Hello everyone, welcome back for another Across the Waves. This is where Vicki and I take an idea, a theme, a product, and we share ideas with you. This month we are going with dots and stripes, and I've used both today. I just got the Uniquely Creative Indigo Bloom kit, and it had both the dots and the stripes in there, so that's why I used it. And those are the papers from that. I pulled in the Creative Cuts because it had some ephemera I could use, and I'm not certain, if I'm going to use which ones I'm going to use, so I pulled several. All right. I have a white card base and a white layer, and a rose card base and a rose layer, because I don't know which one this is going to look best on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it together and then choose my base. All right, so I'm going to take, and the first thing I'm going to do is I banner cut my strips on each end. I gotta go this way because I can't see the bottom. All right, so there's my strip. Now these all go on here. So I'm gonna put them, I have some rhinestones also. I'm gonna flip these over and put my tape on the back and put them together. And then I can lay it out and decide which piece I want as a layer and which piece I want as my card base. I do that a lot, not knowing what's going to look the best. Okay, one more piece. And I didn't add a sentiment. I'm still trying to find general ones. All right, now here's my white piece. And this is not cut down, but it's the same width. So this goes here. And then these aren't going to be exactly perfect, but it'll give me an idea. There's that. And then if I put it on here, it's lost. I'm going to go with the white, and I'll use the rose card base with it. All right, so I'm going to fold and burnish my card base. And I'm going to add my white panel. And you know what? I think I'm going to emboss this. Give me a minute. Okay, I found a striped embossing folder that I had, and that's the one I use. So let me put this on my card base. And I'm going to use now. Doesn't really matter which side you use. It's got one part indented and one part raised, so I think this will be a nice change and give it some interest, which I'm all about interest on a card. So let me take my pieces off. And then I can add my other pieces, and I will be using a double-sided tape for those. All right, let me put this down. Not that it matters this way, because there we go. I was going to say, that looks crooked, but the thing was crooked. All right, now, this goes on next. And this is a idea that could be used for anything. Let me open this up, and I'm going to put that on there. Now I got to put tape on the back of these. And you know, I need to add a piece of scrap. Okay, this one will work for here. So I'm going to cut it there. What I'm going to do is, to prevent it from buckling, so to speak, I'm going to add a piece to the back, and it's just scrap, so that it doesn't buckle. Let me just go ahead and put tape on everything. All right, there's that. There's that. I'll go that way. Yeah, there. And now I can add my double-sided tape on the back. And when I put it down, it will be even all the way across, because this will take up the difference between those. So it just, I mean, you can, sometimes they buckle and sometimes they don't. It just depends. A lot of times with pattern paper, it will not lay flat. All right, so first thing I want is I want one of the top ones. Not one of the top one. I want the top one. All right. And I'm going to put it right about there. All right. And see, it lays flat now. And then I'm going to take the bottom one and add the bottom one. And the reason being is then I can match up. And I'm watching my dots. Just a little there, and then this piece will go in here, and it's easier to center it because you're working with just that one space instead of doing the top, the middle, and the bottom, and then it's off. And all right, there we go. Now I'm going to put this bow here in the middle. And then I've got a flower and a flower. Where do I want that flower? No, I think I need that one. This one is too light. All right, so I'm going to put this on with foam adhesives. So I'm going to add one there. I'm going to add these on the bow. And then add one here. I didn't look at that to see. All right. There's that. And I'm going to put it right there. And then this and that. There. I'm going to put this one at the top. And I'm trying to kind of center it with the bow. There. And now to finish it off, some gems. All right. Let's see. All right, there's one. Two. tiny baby one, 3, and then a big one and a baby one. And there's today's idea. And I found a bow stamp in my supplies, so I used it for the inside of the card and the envelope. Now make sure you head on over to Vicky's channel, the link is below, to see what she came up with this week for dots and stripes. Have a sensational Sunday. Bye.